Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 12th of June 2024. Let's start with our session. The first question is, recently CSC SPV signed a memorandum of understanding with which ministry to convert 10,000 FPOs into the CSCs. So, a memorandum of understanding has been signed between the CSC, SPV and the Ministry of Agriculture so as to convert 10,000 FPOs into the CSCs. What are these CSCs? They are Common Service Center. Okay. So, this initiative aims to enhance the rural development and digital empowerment by enabling the FPOs to offer various citizen-centric services through the Digital Seva portal. So this move is a part of a scheme that was launched in 2020 and it will provide training, it would increase the employment and it would support the sustainable incomes for the farmers. Okay, so your correct answer is A option, Ministry of Agriculture. What is the theme of World Oceans Day 2024? So we celebrate this day on 8th of June. Basic aim is to raise awareness about the importance of oceans and their conservation. This year the theme is Awaken New Death, that is B option. The theme focuses on the impact of human activity on marine environment and it promotes the sustainable ocean management. Events and campaigns worldwide support this cause, with the United Nations hosting the main celebration at its New York headquarters. Okay, so we celebrate the World Oceans Day on 8th of June. This year the theme is Awaken New Death. Recently, who won the gold medal in the men's 10-meter air pistol event at the ISSF World Cup 2024 in Munich, Germany? This is Sarabjot Singh and he won India's first medal at the ISSF World Cup that took place in Munich, Germany, that held from 31st of May to 8th of June 2024. So here he scored 242.7 points to win gold in the men's 10-meter air pistol event. And from China, Shuai Hang Bu has won the silver medal, and from Germany, Robin Walter took the bronze. Okay. Also, Sift Kaur Samra secured a bronze in the women's 50 meters rifle event. So India is third in the medal tally with 2 medals. Okay, 2 things are important. This event took place where? In Germany. And who has won the gold medal in the men's 10-meter air pistol event? Answer is Sarabjot Singh. Also recently, the wildlife conservationist and biologist AJT John Singh has passed away at the age of 78 years in Bangalore, and he is from Tamil Nadu. Okay, actually he was influenced by the Jim Corbett's tales and he joined the Wildlife Institute of India, and he has played the key roles in tiger conservation and various organizations. His research focuses on diverse species and he authored over 70 scientific papers and 80 popular articles on wildlife conservation. Okay, you can be simply asked that AJT John Singh, who recently passed away, belonged to which field? So he is a wildlife conservationist. Okay, Mongla Port, recently seen in the news, is located in which country? So this port lies in Bangladesh. Why it came into news? Because India aims to operate the Mongla Port in Bangladesh and build a new terminal to counter the regional influence of country China. Okay, so Mongla is the second largest seaport in Bangladesh. It is strategically located 62 kilometers from the Bay of Bengal and it is totally protected by the Sundarban forest. Okay, so India's interest in Mongla will actually improve the access and it would reduce the transportation cost to the northeastern states like Assam and Tripura. India Ports Global Limited has expressed their interest following the 2015 MOUs for the transit. Okay, so Mongla Port lies in the country Bangladesh. The next question is, Nature Africa initiative recently seen in the news is related to which organization? Correct answer here is the European Union. Actually, European Commission has excluded the country Tanzania from its 18 million euro conservation grant under the Nature Africa initiative. So this is an European Union program which focuses on biodiversity conservation in Africa by creating the jobs and by improving the security, and it would definitely promote the sustainable livelihood. So it targets the key landscapes with short-term actions, and it addresses the biodiversity loss through medium-term strategies. European Commission, which is the executive body of European Union, comprises of 27 commissioners, and it is led by a president that is elected by the European Parliament. Fine. So Nature Africa is related to European Union. Which organization recently launched some new initiatives for greening education in the classroom? This is UNESCO, D option. UNESCO has launched some new tools under the Greening Education Partnership, the Greening Curriculum Guidance, and the Green School Quality Standard. Okay, so the GCG offers a practical manual for mainstreaming the environmental topics in curricula, detailing the expected learning outcome, while the GSQS sets minimum requirements for creating the green schools with an action-oriented approach. So this initiative involves 80 member states. Basic aim here is to equip the learners with the skills so as to tackle the climate change and promote the sustainable development. Okay, so your correct answer is UNESCO. Now apart from it, the Global Trade Research Initiative has recently released a report named as Building Better, India's Path to Superior Quality Infrastructure report. Okay, so this report highlights how India can enhance their quality infrastructure. Key components include like standardization, quality control orders, and compulsory registration orders, which are led by the Bureau of Indian Standards. Okay, so Bureau of Indian Standard Act 2016 simplified the notifying standards, which leads to over 140 QCOs for 550 plus products. Despite rapid QCO assurance, implementation challenges persist for the firms, importers, and the agencies. Right? You can be simply asked that Building Better, India's Path to Superior Quality Infrastructure report was recently launched by which organization? Your answer should be Global Trade Research Initiative, that is GTRI. Okay. The next question is, Gardi Sugdub Island, recently mentioned in the news due to climate change, is located in which country? So correct answer here is C option, Panama. Panama plans to relocate the Gardi Sugdub Island's entire community due to climate change impact. So that's why it includes rising sea levels, freshwater contamination, and coastal erosion. And this indigenous Guna people are facing generational disruptions, and they will now move to Karti Sugtupu on the mainland. Okay, approximately 63 coastal communities in Panama face similar challenges. Okay, so this island was in news because of climate change, and this island lies in the country Panama. Now apart from it, these days a variety of rice is in news named as MTU 1271, VPT 2846, and NLR 3238. You can be asked that these are the varieties of which crop. Your answer should be rice. Okay, why it came into news? Because the Acharya NG Ranga Agricultural University released the new rice varieties for Kharif season in Andhra Pradesh state, and they are the alternatives to BPT 5204. Okay, talking about MTU, it is a high yielding non-logging semi-dwarf variety, and it yields 2.8 to 3 tons per acre with a 140-day crop duration. BPT yields 2.4 tons per acre in 130 to 135 days, and if we talk about NLR, it consists of 22.5% of higher zinc composition, and it is viable for all the seasons. Okay, simply we have to remember that these are the variety of rice. Okay, which organization has recently issued an advisory regarding the unauthorized use of liquid nitrogen in the food? This is the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. They have issued an advisory regarding the unauthorized use of liquid nitrogen in food by establishments. Liquid nitrogen is a colorless, odorless gas or liquid which is used for freezing, propelling, packaging and foaming. It is considered as a good manufacturing practice additive under the regulations, and it is permitted in the dairy based ice cream desserts solely for contact freezing and cooling as part of the Food Safety and Standards Regulation of 2011. Okay, so the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India has issued this advisory regarding the unauthorized use of liquid nitrogen in the food. Next is, which country recently unveiled a monumental 700 meters pedestrian bridge named as Bridge of National Unity? This is the country Hungary. Hungary has unveiled the Bridge of National Unity, which is a 700 meters pedestrian bridge spanning to Danube River of Budapest. Okay, so it symbolizes unity and it marks a milestone in the architectural landscape of Hungary, and its significance lies in fostering cohesion. It showcases engineering prowess and providing the leisure space. The bridge would definitely enhance the connectivity and it would serve as a vibrant public area. Okay, so Hungary has unveiled a monumental 700 meters pedestrian bridge, the name of which is Bridge of National Unity. You can also be asked that Bridge of National Unity has been inaugurated in which country? Your answer would be Hungary. Which state government has recently removed the age limit cap on the Mukhyamantri Kisan Evam Khetihar Mazdoor Jeevan Suraksha Yojana? This is the state of Haryana. The government of Haryana has announced some changes to the Mukhyamantri Kisan Evam Khetihar Mazdoor Jeevan Suraksha Yojana by removing the age restrictions for the recipient, and the scheme would provide the financial help to the farmers and our laborers in case of death or incapacity while operating agricultural machinery. So compensation ranges from 37,500 rupees to 5 lakh rupees, and the previous limit of age was 10 to 65, and the recent modification opens eligibility to children under 10 and adults over 65. Okay, so it expands the reach of this initiative, right? So here correct answer is C option, that is Haryana. Next is, recently, where was the third Glasgow Dialogue on Loss and Damage held? So the third Glasgow Dialogue on Loss and Damage occurred during the 60th session of the subsidiary bodies to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in Bonn in the country of Germany. Okay, and the Santiago Network for Loss and Damage was founded in 2019. It actually helps the developing nations in mitigating the climate change induced loss and damage. It mobilizes the technical support from the diverse entities to bolster the vulnerable countries' capacity in managing the climate related impacts. Okay, so here correct answer is A option, that is Bonn, Germany. Now apart from it, a memorandum of agreement has been signed for the implementation of the fisheries management plan at the 2000 megawatt Subansiri lower hydroelectric project in the state of Assam. Okay, so basically it is a gravity dam on the Subansiri river, and it will be India's largest hydroelectric plant upon completion. It is developed by NHPC, and this river is known for gold dust, and it spans in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and the China's Tibet autonomous region. It offers a significant hydropower potential. You can be asked that Subansiri lower hydroelectric project that was recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? So it lies in the state of Assam. Okay. Ministry of Health, along with which organization, recently launched the National Health Claim Exchange, which is a digital platform. So the Ministry of Health and IRDAI, means Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, are launching a National Health Claim Exchange, which is a digital platform that unites the insurance companies, healthcare providers and the government insurance administrator. Basic aim here is to enhance the efficiency, transparency and the accuracy in the claims processing by facilitating the data exchange among the stakeholders. Also, it supports the Ayushman Bharat digital mission's goals of simplifying the health insurance claims and creating a unified digital healthcare platform which would definitely benefit the policyholders and the patients. Okay, so that's why Ministry of Health and IRDAI has launched the National Health Claim Exchange, which is a digital platform. Recently, where was the first Command and Control Compatibility Board meeting for 2024 between India and US held? So the first Command and Control Compatibility Board meeting between India and US took place in New Delhi from 4th to 7th of June. Okay. Here the 29-member US delegation and 38-member Indian delegation discussed the interoperability and operational communication needs. It was formed under the 2018 agreement, and this was its 7th meeting. Basically, it strengthens the India-US military relationship. Okay. So what was the venue for this meeting? Your answer would be A option, New Delhi. Next question is very important. Recently, who has been named as the EY World Entrepreneur of the Year 2024? This is Vellayan Subbiah, and he has won the EY Entrepreneur of the Year award in Monaco by becoming the 4th Indian to receive this honor. Okay, he is the Executive Vice Chairman of Tube Investments of India. Also, he is the Chairman of Chola Mandalam Investment and Finance, and he has been chosen among the 51 winners from 47 countries, and he was nominated for the Global Award after winning the 2023 India Award. Okay, so the selection criteria included entrepreneurial spirit, growth, purpose and impact. Okay, so who has been honored with EY World Entrepreneur of the Year Award? Answer would be Vellayan Subbiah from India. Okay, now we will discuss one last question about artificial intelligence. Enterprises globally are adopting the large action models that advances the AI models that can understand the complex goals via natural language and autonomously execute the task. Okay, and unlike the large language models, the large action models integrate the language comprehension with logic and reasoning for the task execution. They utilize the deep learning and reinforcement learning from the vast data sets for strategic planning and real-time decision making. So applications include the personal assistants, autonomous vehicles, robotics, healthcare and financial modeling, right? You can be simply asked that large action models that were frequently seen in the news are related to which field? Your answer should be artificial intelligence. Okay. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. I hope you have liked the session. Before concluding, let me tell you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series on GK Today Android application. So if you want the PDF of this lecture, you can subscribe to that course. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.